Welcome to today's webinar, Discovering the Top Trends for On-Demand Products. My name's Andrew Talbot, and I'm going to walk you through all the exciting things that are happening in the world of on-demand today. So, always a good starting point is what are on-demand products. You hear them called print-on-demand products, you hear them called customized products, personalized products. I tend to classify them into four main types. You've got mass customized, which generally is a personalized or a customized or a photo upload product. So something where the user goes on and adds some level of personalization or customization. That's probably one of the most common, but the highest volume is certainly print on demand, which is where you don't have stock, but you pre-set up your designs. We call them virtual products. So people design products and they are printed on demand. A growing trend, which we'll talk about in a minute, is a configurable product, which can be combinations of mass customized and print on demand. And we'll talk about made up from components, or it can be none of those things. It can just be putting some components together. And then you've got literally dropship stock, which is traditional stock products that sit in somebody's warehouse, normally not your own, and the product is served on demand. So that's what I mean when I talk about on-demand products. So if you've attended one of these webinars before, it's a bit of a whistle-stop tour, but the idea is to cram in a few things and then give you resources where you can look at it or contact us later to find out more. So trend one is what we call configurable. Now, it's become very popular this year because people, although when you give them lots of choice, they like it, it's often the simple things that they like I like red t-shirts, but I love that design. So let me show you an example of a company doing configurable products. So this is a Disney product with kind of Donald Duck. And I like Donald Duck, but I'm not particularly keen on blue t-shirts. So then it loads up on my screen here and will let me choose the colours in terms of that thing. So I might just need to reload my screen as I seem to have quite a lot of them open at the moment. So we go on there and I'm not particularly into blue. And I say, okay, I want a grey one or I want a black one. And that's kind of as simple as configurable could be. It could have styles. We could say, well, I want a V-neck, or I want long-sleeved, or I want to choose a particular Donald Duck image. But that's what we mean by configurable. It can be as simple as just offering a colour choice. And we found at the moment this is a big trend, as with print on demand, you don't need to stick to just white. So give the consumer a wider range of options to choose from. So that's example number one. Definitely trending, definitely easy to do, configurable products. And all of these things are made possible when you've got a platform like our own. This isn't meant to be a party political broadcast on our software, but everything I'm showing you today can be enabled with our software platform end to end. So trend number two. In my lifetime, I'm probably, when it comes to on-demand, I'm probably a veteran with more than 10 years experience. And I don't think I've ever seen a product take off as fast as face masks or face coverings, however you want to call them. And what's been interesting about this during lockdown is it's a whole new category set up. You can see websites majoring on it now, having drop downs. And where the on-demand community has been particularly good is just the variety of different masks you can now get. And obviously using the package, they can be personalized, customized, just print on demand. And there were initially some supply chain challenges, certainly on the bulk stuff. And this is just a good example of football face masks. These were enabled within days. These particular ones are kind of personalized, but there's all sorts of different ones you can do. And then you load up, and in this particular case, you can put your name on it. Or they could just be a fixed design. But if you're looking for what's trending, selling face masks is definitely something that you should be considering at the moment. And also, in my mind, I'd try a few different styles as well. The muffler one's popular, just to give people a bit of variety. So trend 2 in the on-demand world is undoubtedly face masks. Trend 3 is cut and sew. Now, this is undoubtedly driven by improvements in technology. But what I like about cut and sew, and I'll give you a very simple example, you kind of see a pattern here of a vest. You can then add an image to it. Let's just put that image on the front and then maybe just pop a different image on the back. And you can visualize it. So it's nice to design like this. And obviously this is going to the edges. And what we've found now with some of the new tech, you can now print on cotton as well as polyester. So, and the laser cutters make it efficient. So it's economic to have a batch of one. And then couple that with the on-screen ability that once you've done something, you can then preview it in 3D. I think cut and sew is going to be a huge thing in the fashion, and we're seeing it at the moment already with the print-on-demand sites doing more and more. And I think it's the machines like the Cornet that can now print on cotton that are really opening this market up for everybody. So trend 3, cut and sew. Trend 4 is fan products. Now, a lot of the things I talk about today are driven by the global situation with the pandemic at the moment. And what we found with many of our customers, they're kind of missing the things they like the most. So football fans not being able to go to the stadium hasn't mean they're any less interested in merchandise. In many cases, they're more interested because they can't get the connection that they often had with their fans. It's not just, football, it's all sorts of things that people are missing in live events. So we found fan products kind of marketed in the right way. And this was some examples of, I happen to be a Leeds United fan, but on the Leeds United site, they've taken advantage with a whole range. We'll talk about hashtag in a minute, but a whole range of different personalised products, or in some cases print on demand. So this is again showing the idea that you can, change the colour of the garment on there. And we're finding that fan products people are very keen to get involved with at the moment. So having fan products, whatever they are, is a key thing to get going at the moment, a key trend we're seeing. I mean, they're obviously always popular, but particularly at the moment. Again, trend 4 is photo upload. In reality, almost 40% of all personalised products at the moment are photo upload. So it's already a big slice in the market, but we're finding with people taking more photos, we'll talk about social media engagement, etc. People are wanting to send personal things to people during this time. And this is just an example, of a cushion. If we want to add an image to that cushion, add image, and we've got all the different image sources. So obviously nowadays people's images are often in Facebook and Instagram, etc. I won't embarrass you by kind of uploading mine, but if I just pick an image at random there, and people are being more creative now in terms of what they're doing. So that's a nice way of how quickly I could create, a design, even photograph something and upload it to a cushion. So photo upload, again, is a huge trend, and you've got to have the image sources to keep on it. So trend number 5, let's have a bit of fun. I don't know if everybody's seen those socks. Over the past 12 months, the socks with faces on have become a huge seller. But what we're finding is you can push technology to the limit. So this is a nice one called Snappy on a site called Prezibox that I like, where you upload a rather red-faced picture of someone, it strips the background, and then it applies the face to a variety of different products for a bit of fun. A single image Mushin, a t-shirt, the sock products, some rather snazzy underwear, vests, wine, you name it. There's a whole range of different things you can put a face on. And it's having a bit of fun with personalisation now. This isn't the only model. I've seen lots of other good uses of this kind of thing. But if you gamify the journey, that's a real trend in the world of online, So let's move on. Trend number 6, children's clothing. One thing I've found from a lot of online retailers is kids don't stop growing just because there's a pandemic, and in reality, kids also don't stop being born. In fact, we may have in 6 months' time a lot more children born. But the point behind this one is people have had to go online to buy their children's clothing, certainly, for a 2-3 month period. So once they've gone online, they've kind of found out more things that you can do. So I think, this is just an example where X child is a cheeky monkey, and a gift. So Andrew is a cheeky monkey, and it's kind of, this sort of thing is becoming very commonplace, and the percentage of baby clothes and children's clothes that are being ordered on demand is going up and up. And it just gives you a bit more creativity. So people are looking at them for gifting, but also people are buying for their own kids as well. So the whole range, it doesn't have to be a baby grow, it could be a toy, a book, all sorts of things. But we're certainly seeing the trend. There's an increasing number of children's clothes being personalised or delivered on demand. Okay. Trend 6. Trend 7. I'm even going to correct my own thing while we go through. So slogans and hashtags. Social media we've talked about earlier, but having a hashtag on some clothing is certainly something we're seeing a huge amount of. And it's not just, let's go and have a look actually at the hashtag example. So if I go into our platform, we can see this one was created for Surrey Cricket Club. So it's got a combination of adding your own hashtag and an existing fan product. So it's kind of, and you can obviously set that up in our platform where you put the design on and then you make the hashtag bit variable. So in there, again, you've got some color options. So it's adopting 2 of the trends that we talked about. And he keeps the hashtag there, hashtag Andrew or hashtag on demand. But the point being, something as simple as a hashtag, even a plain t-shirt with a hashtag on it, is selling. But if you can combine that with some of the other trends, then you've got a very powerful product. And they're the sort of things people buy on impulse. So adding hashtags and slogans to products is big business. And the other thing I think is fun is people's creativity. So this is just one I noticed on somebody created on our platform. I've been socially distancing for the past 21 years. So people can create their own humour and try it quickly. And we've certainly seen a lot of lockdown flavoured designs hitting the shelves on all the people. I mean, we've seen in lockdown on-demand volumes stay above Christmas levels the whole time. So we're certainly seeing some of these trends accelerated. And as people have seen the increased volumes, they've started to get more creative. So that's trend number 7. And trend 8, 9, I'm even correcting my presentation as we go along. Corporate to consumer. This is an interesting one. Coca-Cola obviously pioneered quite a few years back now the share a Coke concept. And this is now kind of evolved where popular consumer brands are being pushed into consumer products. So people are paying for them. So, that Coke Swirl and the Coke Red, share a Coke with, has become quite a popular concept. So, share a Coke with Andrew, or it doesn't really matter. We're seeing, products like Marmite had a personalised version, Nutella, Toblerone in the gifting, but we're seeing it moving into the clothing space now. So consumer brands are, business brands are starting to realise that they can turn their products into consumer products. So hopefully those 9 trends, and we'll record this and share it, or 8 trends, are the key things we've seen that are driving on-demand products as we sit here today. The great thing about the instantaneousness of our industry is new trends can happen today. But these are ones you really should have a look at if you're into. Now, if I've whet your appetite and you want to get more involved, there's lots of things we as a business can help you do. We can help you add on-demand products to your website. We've got all sorts of widgets to make it easy so it's not a big technical job. We can help you create your own products. And most importantly, maybe we can introduce you to suppliers that can do the quality and the volumes that you need all around the world, particular speciality now in soft lines. We can help you find new product types. We can enable you to make your own production a bit more efficient and work faster so you can produce more. Or if you want, we can help you enable your own production if you're a retailer wanting to do your own on-demand products. So however you want to get involved in this exciting new transformational world of digital and on-demand production, Custom Gateway are well fixed to help you. And we kind of do that now. We've got 4 modules. We've got a sales module, which kind of helps you collect the orders and publish the products. We've got a catalog module, which helps you design and create and manage your products. We've got a production module that turns your online orders into real jobs and organizes them ready for production and sends them places. And then we've got the factory floor model with barcode scanning, etc., that will speed up your production. So whatever the combination you need, we've got something to help you succeed in the on-demand world. There's lots of ways we'd love to talk to you about on-demand. One of the easiest ones is custom-gateway.com. I've just put /portfolio supplier blanks because every week we find interesting new blanks that suppliers are enabling for on-demand and publish them. So there's lots of partnerships, even if it's just an introduction you're after, talk to us. We'd be delighted to talk to you about on-demand, and hopefully you'll find those top trends useful in your search to further your journey. Thank you for listening.